Hey everybody, Jason here, I'm back. Normally when I do my reviews, they're like 20-minute videos, they're a little long, so this time I'm gonna break this one up into chunks. So today we're gonna do the unboxing portion of the new Tamiya TRF 211 XM, and this thing is, to me, is really high-level mid-motor two-wheel drive racing platform. You know, seeing the Tamiya stuff really brings me back because the truth is, Tamiya was really the first kit I ever owned. I actually owned a Tamiya Grasshopper, and it was just an amazing kit. We actually had a pine tree in my yard that my dad ended up cutting down, but he didn't cut it all the way down. He left the stump stick up a couple feet, and we dug a big ditch around it, put a board on it, and I used to jump my Grasshopper over it just with my little Futaba stick radio, just having an absolute blast. So some of my fondest childhood memories come from jumping my little Grasshopper over the tree stump in the little ditch we made in my yard. Now I ended up having a ton of Tamiya vehicles. My first one obviously was the Grasshopper. Then I ended up with like a Grasshopper 2. I had a Lunchbox, a Falcon, a Vanquish. I just had a bunch of Tamiya vehicles, and I'll tell you, I had a blast driving them around as a kid. So I guess you could say Tamiya left a pretty good impression on me as a kid. So anyways, I don't want to bore you guys to death too much. I just did a video a few weeks ago talking about how I really hadn't been doing videos for kits like Yokomo and some of these kind of exotic brands that really don't have a big market presence here in the United States. But I just want to tell you the reason I'm doing this is because, number one, I think I've always liked Tamiya's stuff. And number two, my buddy Ray was able to send me a kit brand new in the box, sealed, so that I could actually build it for myself, run it myself, and give you guys my honest, actual impressions. And I just thought it was a unique opportunity for me to do a review for you guys and just see what's going on with the Tamiya race scene these days. So let's get on with the unboxing. We'll watch that video today, and I promise you I'm hard at work getting this kit assembled, getting it on the track and running it so I can share its performance and the rest of its, durability and features and stuff with you guys in the next few videos. So, all right, let's unbox this baby, and that's that. Okay, let's crack this baby open. Enter the TRF 211 XM, Tamiya's mid-motor, high-performance two-wheel drive buggy. So, of course, we've got the bat knife today. Crack open the bat knife and start getting the packaging off this baby. Looks like this is a little bit of just a flyer or something just sticking out of the box. Get rid of the cellophane. And I guess I could turn this to hopefully make it a little bit easier for you guys to see what's in the box, right? So here's the decal. Looks like it's just a sheet or something. And is this thing sealed up or what? The trick is to be smarter than the box, right? So it opens up this way here. All right, so we'll get this out of the way. And of course, got some parts trees, right? Some plastics. Looks like a rear bulkhead or battery brace, top plate, stuff like that. Steering parts, drag link. Looks like there's a plastic battery brace, a bumper, motor guard. I'm wondering if maybe you can run this in both mid and rear motor. I'm not really sure. I'll tell you guys more about it, or you guys actually learned more about this in the intro. So here are just more parts. You can see that there's the arms. Looks like rear hubs. Let's see what else is in here. Gear cover, caster blocks. Looks like there's a couple of different diff gears in here. Rear arms, shock parts, cups. Body. This body actually looks pretty cool. It's a little different, right? It's got this little fin down the middle. Kind of Yokomo-esque. But anyway, so there's the body. The wing, super clean wing. Just a really clean lines in this wing. You can see just there's really not a whole lot going on. Obviously, there's a way to center it, and you can see the lines for the actual cutting the wicker bill down and stuff. So that's that. Here's the chassis. Now this thing is pretty gnarly. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's some type of a white composite plastic. Let's go ahead and just get it out of the bag, make it easier for everybody to see, because I've never seen a chassis like this. Okay, so there it is, and oh, it's actually pretty rigid. Let's see if you guys can see this, but it's got a little bit of flex to it, but not a ton, right? It's a lot more rigid than I would have anticipated for some type of a plastic, and clearly it must have some glass content, right? But yeah, that's a different type of a composite plastic. I haven't seen anything like that before. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we have here. Of course, we have some shock towers, front and rear. Looks like there's a rear motor plate. if it looks like a lot of these plastics, it looks like it probably comes with plastics that you could have used for a rear motor car, but obviously you won't use them here. And last but not least, good old-fashioned Tamiya stickers. Looks like there's some body repair tape, some foam, and then the manual itself. Now, I'll be curious to see what the manual looks like because I've built a lot of Tamiya kits when I was younger, and they've always been known for having really good manuals. So let's just go ahead and flip into this real quick and see what it looks like. Yep, I remember seeing all this stuff literally as a kid. In fact, let me go ahead and do this, and let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit better so you guys can see. Yeah, these types of instructions, I mean, when I was building grasshoppers and lunch boxes and stuff, they've just always had really detailed instructions. As you can see, they still do right now. They have these one-to-one diagrams, just very, very good illustrations, just very detailed instructions. So no question that Tamiya has always done a killer job with their instruction manuals. So, all right, so this is probably the most important bag. I almost missed this. I picked it up and set it off to the side because I was so stoked to check out the manual. But we'll go ahead and crack this baby open. This is the high level stuff, and this is the stuff that the Japanese companies seem to be doing better than a lot of the other companies. And I guess we'll just go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and empty this baby out on the table so you can see what I'm talking about here. So you can see that there's the spur gear, a carbon fiber shock tower, some slipper plates, turnbuckles. I'm not sure if those are titanium or not, but they're definitely like a silvery color, right? This looks like some type of a chassis brace right here, ball cups, a bunch of blue hardware, which is always super cool. I'm stoked about that. Here we have the motor plate and transmission case, and it appears to be an aluminum transmission case, which is pretty awesome, right? So super nice stuff. You know, to me, I've always heard that they're one of the biggest or the biggest toy/model manufacturer in the world, and they do all their own machining. There's nothing that kind of farmed out or sent out to vendors. And so their quality has always been really, really excellent from what I've been told by close friends. So just more stuff here. You can see there's bearings. Looks like there's a carbon fiber battery strap. That's what I'm guessing that is. Obviously it came with the plastic one that you saw earlier, but there's some carbon fiber stuff. I don't know what these pieces are, but they're Tamiya blue and they look awesome. This is probably the fanciest bag in the whole darn kit. You can see that there's pistons and oil and springs and these beautiful shock bodies that are just machined and everything like that. I don't know if these are hard anodized or if that's like maybe like a Kashima type of a coating, but I will find out a little more for you guys. And then of course you can see the blue silicone O-rings that Tamiya's, those O-rings have actually worked really good for a long time. I know a lot of guys that used to use those in a lot of different kits. There's springs. I don't know if you can, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but those springs are kind of like iridescent. Can you guys see that? They're kind of like, they're like an iridescent color. They're like changing colors in the light. It's pretty gnarly. So, okay, so that's the shock bag. What do we have here? Oh, more turnbuckles and arm mounts and stuff like that. You can see there. And the last bag is transmission parts. Looks like there's, oh, this thing comes with a gear diff or what? This thing looks like it must come with a gear diff. Obviously there's the diff gear. I mean, there were other gears in the kit, but there's some 5,000 weight oil. Yeah, must be the gear diff, huh? Okay, cool. So bearings, gear diff, thrust washers. I don't know, maybe this thing comes with both. I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to find out more. I don't know too much about this, as you guys already know, because I told you it was sent to me by a buddy. So I'm gonna have to get building this baby so we can get it on the track. But that's it. That's the end. So you guys got to see the unboxing, the pretty gnarly white chassis, the plastics trees, the manual, all of these cool machine parts. And that is everything you get when you unbox the Tamiya TRF 211XM. All right, let's roll on. Okay, well, as you can see, there's quite a bit in the kit. I kind of got a little ahead of myself looking at the manual because I wanted to see what it was like compared to the manuals, that, you know, the manuals from the kits I built as a kid. And it's still just as good and just as detailed today as it was back then, which is a good thing, right? The one thing that kind of threw me for a loop is seeing the chassis on this car has that white composite plastic. It's actually quite rigid, more rigid than I would have expected it to be compared to some of the other chassis I've had my hands on. But I will tell you this, I had the opportunity I had the opportunity to see Lee Martin's race car at the 2013 IFMAR World Championships in Chico, California. And that car actually had a billet aluminum chassis. It looked like it had machined Delrin side rails. And I'll tell you, the car was beautiful and Lee was ballistic fast with it. So I'm a little curious as to why they decided to go the composite route. I'm not sure if it ended up being cheaper in the long run. You know, when you make these machined parts, it's probably a little bit more, the cost is probably a little bit higher per part, but there's no mold. If you want to make like some of these plastic chassis, these molds aren't really cheap, right? So it's hard to say. I don't know if it's a performance thing or a financial thing. I've actually reached out to Tamiya a couple of times through emails and never heard back from them, so it is what it is. We probably won't find that out anytime soon. But anyways, I thought the kit unboxed well. I thought there's a lot of cool pieces in there, and I'm really excited to get it built. So that's that. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you soon. I just want to say thanks again for watching my videos. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'd be doing me a huge favor if you could either like, comment, or even better, subscribe. I post a lot of stuff on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that. So if you want to catch up with me, I'll post this stuff up for you. And you can come on over, add me as a friend, follow me on Instagram, and you'll be able to see things that just don't make it to YouTube. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.